Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we did get a bit of noise out of the USA yesterday with the Fed Chair Powell in front of the Senate. I haven't seen what happened, but by looks at the charts, nothing really spectacular. So for me, strong move down. This looks like consolidation, and I gave you these levels yesterday, and it looks like we're bouncing off 119,400. So let's just get to the hour. That's the important one here. So if you look at EURUSD, you can see a bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. I think that's the first thing you need to pay attention to. That is a potential rounding bottom after a big move down. Just keep that in the back of your mind. So today, we've got a bit of an opening gap. If we can maintain 119,214, then I suspect we have a fairly decent opportunity for a move to the upside. Measured move would be something along the lines of that. So yeah, there's a little gap here. So this little tail here is a gap, and that lines up perfectly with the measured move. So what we're looking for is, I would come down to the 15-minute for this, ladies and gentlemen. And if you look at the structure we have now, a 15-minute close above this tail would offer an opportunity to be long, stop below here, and I'm looking for at least first target would be 119,400 just to close this gap, and then take some off, move stop to entry, and then see if you can get a continuation to the upside. The other way to play this is you have a entry on the break here, and then your stop is below the head and shoulders, well, below the shoulder, which is here. But to me, that's kind of a 540 point, quite a big risk. I'd rather take a lower risk, and then if it does pull back, get back and lower down. But anyway, that is the structure that we see. Strong move down and an inverse head and shoulders. That's classic, that's textbook. So looking for an opportunity to buy into this for a move back into 119,963, 119,876. US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty much flirting with the previous high here, as you can see. Nothing really else to say about that on the 8-hour. And yesterday, you can see the trend continued up from the previous day and pretty much hit the top here. And that's kind of the level we're flirting with at the moment. Kind of difficult one to call. I think this could be top of range. I want to see a decent break up and then a pull back onto it before looking to buy that. So at the moment, this is a sit-in-hand scenario for me. And if I look at what's happening with EURUSD, more than likely a pullback is on offer. So in other words, it's going to turn into a range. So, but I think I'll sit in the hands of that one. EURUSD looks a little bit more probable, should I say. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen. Nothing really happening. We're still going sideways on the 8-hour. Look at my moving averages here, sorry, my oscillators here, starting to group to the upside, and then I've had a death cross here as well. So, is this going to continue? Let's just see what this pullback is. Just above the 61.8. So I have a look at the hour here. I hate it when you have confusing signals. So on the 8-hour, it does look like a potential for a reversal, and if you look at the hour, it is looking like a potential for a bit of a reversal, but onto structure here, which is 153,800. Again, inverse head and shoulders on this one as well. So this is a very, very interesting one to look at. So 153,800 is a fairly strong entry for a long, and your stop is going to be below the low here of 153,100. So just below the right shoulder. This is a beautiful, beautiful scenario as far as I'm concerned. Pull back onto structure. All the moving averages are here as well. Should offer quite a bit of decent support, and this level is an 8-hour as well. Look at that, to look to the left. That's an 8-hour level. So yeah, that's kind of what I would do here. Pull back onto here. Look for a long at 153.800. Stop below 153.100. And what you'll be looking for, obviously, is the inverse head and shoulders measured move, and that is that. So put your level in. Look to the left. You don't really see much on the left, so it just comes to the 8-hour here. So I would basically be looking at the previous high here. So I would look at 156.080 as my target. Okay, moving on to Euro British Pound. So trend has been down. It's been a messy downward trend for quite some time on the 8-hour. You can see we keep moving up, keep pegging the moving averages, and then falling again. And yesterday was no different. So a really messy day yesterday. So firstly, London breakout strategy to the upside played out. But as I said yesterday, if it does play out, you'll be looking for a short from the top. And that's exactly what happened. First leg, pull back, second leg. So well-structured move to the downside. So this, if you're actually playing this on, let's just get the, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you look at that, okay, so there's our range. Let's just come down to like a 5-minute chart here. Make sure we got the right range, 100. Yeah, so there was our range. There's our opening range there, and you can see we've got a close. Here's the first 5-minute bar that closed above the top of the range, and my range is not perfect. It should be around there, but it doesn't matter. We've got a close above there. That was your first signal, and you can see how the profit taking happens. 161 extension. Some people take profit. The range, we blew through the range, came back to test the range, and then a messy move up to the 261 extension. The pullback came all the way back down to the bottom of the range. There it is there. Buy a step back in and hit the range target again. Then what you see is you've got a break to the downside here. Bit of a messy break. There was a break to the downside, and then it just started going sideways from there. But very, very interesting scenario, because you could have taken this move here, taken your profit, wait for the pullback, and the pullback normally comes back to the range or into the 50% of the range. But often when there's a small tight range like this, it does come test the bottom of the range, which gives you another opportunity again. But obviously you need to be sitting with a 5-minute or a 50-minute chart to see that happening. So what I don't see today is any opportunities, to be honest. Look at this chaos here. The trend is still down. Remember, we've got some big weekly support below us and diagonal support. So for shorts from here, I want to see a break below 0.85457 before taking that in. So anyway, for me, this is a sit on hands one. So Euro USD and British Pound Japanese Yen are looking pretty interesting with their inverse head and shoulders. So those are the two that we'll be watching today. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.